A lot of people procrastinate and they aren't using their creativity, or they're waiting until, I don't know, the right moment. Let me ask you something. Does the right moment ever come? Hi everyone, it's Sam from thesamanthawild.com. Thanks for being here with me. Give me the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Mwah! My subscribers are so wonderful. I am so grateful for all of you. Head on over to thesamanthawild.com if you want to know about me and why I'm here talking about fiber art and weaving, but in a way actually talking about life, because here we're really thinking about the life lessons from our creativity and how they help us to be, I don't know, the best version of ourselves, shall we say. But let's jump right into it, because right now I got nap time and I got to talk to you quick because I got 2 sleepers over there and kids about to come home from school. Let's start with 5 ways that we can use our creativity for healing and help for ourselves and others right now. Starting with, bing, 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 create from your inner child. I love this piece. This piece is called True Colors. I wove this piece really tapping into the genius of my inner child. If you are procrastinating, if you are wanting to use your creativity for healing, if you want your creativity to be part of what's helping the world become a whole healed place, then you do want to create from your inner child. So just get into that mindset, invite her or him into your consciousness, get into that not wounded, hurt part, but that inner child part, that joyful inner child, that essential inner child, and let her or him do that making for you. Number 2, create from the depth of your feelings. So if we can feel it, we can heal it, right? Create from the depth of your emotion. If you are currently filled with rage or anger or a sense of injustice, create from that. Don't wait for the right moment where you're somehow, I don't know, enough meditative or enough peaceful or enough whatever, I don't even know. Showing you my piece, The Fire Goddess. I wasn't angry when I created this piece. That's not why I'm demonstrating it, but I just love its volatility, its electricity, its aliveness, its jumping out of its selfness. And we want to create from whatever we're working with. So sometimes people are waiting for some other feeling or some other thing. No, create from your anger, your sadness, your despair, your joy, your hope, your boredom. Sit down and see how whatever that feeling is you're having leads you. Number 3, create from your mistakes. That's right, create from your mistakes. So when you're using your creativity, you're painting, you're drawing, you're weaving, you're pottering, whatever you're doing, and you make something and you don't like how it turns out, create from that. So I was making a moon. I was weaving a moon on my loom. I didn't like it. And so I stitched this moon over the top of it, and guess what? I love that. In fact, stitching onto my weaving is something I do now all the time, but nobody taught me or told me how to do that. It just happened because I had made a mistake. So create from your mistake, because in creativity, there are no mistakes. There are just new directions, new pathways, new doors, and new windows opening. So we honor, embrace, and get excited about our mistakes because they are a way of saying,
come hither, I have something more interesting for you.
Number 4, create as your spiritual practice. So if you are somebody who meditates or who sings or who prays, let your creating be that space. Here is a prayer stole that I made. Hopefully you can see all of it. And as some of you know, I've been a minister and a yoga teacher for a very, very long time. Creating is, for me, in fact, a very, very deep part of my spirituality. But use your creating and making as your spiritual space. So sometimes people say, I don't have time to do my art, but I also don't have time to do my meditating. I don't have time to pray. I don't have time to do my spiritual work. Combine them. Right? Actually, your creating is meditative and it can be spiritual practice. When you sit down, when I weave, I put my mind deep into prayer. And by prayer, I mean intentional, conscious awareness of the all that is, of the great I am. Sometimes I will sing or I'll listen to beautiful music, or every now and then I'll listen to a podcast, but mostly I'm really just in my own space. Your creating is spiritual practice, and that helps to heal us. It also helps us to just sit down and do it. Because if we don't do it, nothing happens. And that brings me to number 5, which is, if we don't do it, nothing happens. I know, I just said that. I'm repeating myself. But here's the thing about creating. It interrupts whatever's happening. So you sit down and you create if you're bored, or let's say you're being bombarded with doom scrolling because you can't stop yourself. Sit and create. It interrupts the thoughts. It puts us in a different frame of mind. I've talked and made videos before about like the state of consciousness that we get into when we're creating and why that's so healing. But one of the most powerful things is when you shift into your creativity, you are interrupting. And that's why you need to just sit down and do it, because we all want to be interrupted, right? We want the difficulty and the hardness and the perseverating to be interrupted. The creating does it. All you need to do is sit down, pick up that needle, pick up that pen, pick up that chalk, pick up that clay, pick up that weaving, pick up that yarn. And if nothing else, let this video be your incentive to do that. Pick it up, because the rewards are actually kind of infinite. I'm so glad you gave me these 7 minutes, 8 minutes. And don't forget to check me out at thesamanthawild.com. Visit the weaving shop there and see all my beautiful pieces, many of which are for sale. I'd love your thumbs up. And if you haven't become a subscriber, please become a subscriber today. Every time you come here, I will have for you some inspiration using beautiful weaving and the symbolism and the lessons from it for our life, for our healing, and for the good of the world. And boy, does the world need it, don't you think? I hope you have a very creative day.